Just knocking stuff out of people's hands.
Hey, you're fine. How did it feel to get back out there tonight?
I felt pretty good, definitely. Happy to play football, definitely. That was a big thing. I'm happy to be able to contribute not only in, the whole hip hooray kind of stuff on the sideline, trying to get everybody's minds together, but actually being out there, so it was nice.
Is that your first career start?
Yeah, it was. It worked, It was pretty nice. I felt good about it. I'd say I was more nervous for spring ball, my redshirt freshman year than this.
When did you know you were going to start?
Hey. What was it? Thursday. Thursday would be the day that I knew I was going to start. So, getting that info and being told that just made me feel like I needed to work a little harder in practice. I told the scout team guys to go still at 100 for me. Everybody else dial it down obviously, but I just needed to be able to at least feel the game again before I made it out here.
What's that say about your conditioning that you were able to basically play the whole game, even though you'd missed these previous, 10, 11 weeks of just the regular season plus those weeks of camp? I mean, the work that you did in the off-season had to have set you up for this.
Well, I'd say off-season work, definitely. But, you have to still understand, just because my legs don't work, I was still getting pushed and thrown all over the place with the trainers. Drew Hamlin and Mark Mayer, they know exactly what they're doing. Oh, and Dave, they're a great group, great crew. They drove me to do more than I thought I could do every single day, and it all paid off.
Did trainers or a defensive line frustrate you more?
Trainers or defensive line? Probably the trainers. I don't know. They definitely push my buttons. It's a lot of work to get your knee back together. So I would say that was a little bit more strenuous if we're going to talk about time and stuff like that. So Minnesota was a great team. I enjoyed being able to be out there. They gave me a lot of work, good experience, and allowed me just to be able to get my game back together.
Do you trust your knee? I know sometimes when you have a big injury, it's hard mentally for some players to trust their knee again. Do you feel like you're at that point? Or what did you have to do to get to that point?
I felt like if I couldn't come out on Tuesday and trust my knee, then there's no point in me playing. So I would never say that, that's the man right there. I'd have to say I definitely trust myself. I trusted my knee. If you're not going to, be able to give 100%, there's no point in you being out there.
And it sounds like you were cleared before, this week to play. Was that kind of you, though, saying, like you just said, I want to be able to trust my knee? Were you kind of making sure that you personally felt comfortable, regardless of what the trainers and everyone else was saying?
I was cleared Sunday.
Okay.
I had a week before that I was able to run and stuff. So after being able to run, being able to get that all together, I feel like that really did, set me up for the week that just came through. And it did allow me to be able to trust myself and trust, cutting off of it, pushing off of it, trying to drive people off the ball. So I felt good about it.
I know you haven't watched film yet, but how do you feel like that game went for you?
Oh, I feel like we won. That's probably a big one. I say a little sloppy, trying to knock the rust off. And that being my first start against just a different group of guys, I'm used to playing just a different kind of technique with Mick Stoneberg and K-Mo over there. I'm just used to different kind of guys and different kind of athletes. So just a little different. You can have him.
You can have him.
Freedom? No.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Jerald, you and Trey walking off the field, nice and happy. Have you thought about you only have one more chance to do that with him?
Oh, never really think about the sad things. I think about being able to at least have one more game with him. Trey, he's roommates with Jordan Westerkamp and Tommy Armstrong, other two guys that, I'm happy to be able to have another game with. And it's going to be amazing being able to play that last game with them and being able to actually be a part of the whole offense while we're moving down. So having, Trey, Westy, Tommy, B. Riley, people like that just on my side, is going to be a lot of fun.